Jonesboro's community radio station. Your life, your music. KLEK 102.5 FM.
Good Tuesday morning, Jonesboro. This is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. A 50-50 shot of showers and thunderstorms today, partly to mostly sunny most of the time, in the low 90s and very light winds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm, then partly cloudy in the mid-70s tonight. Another chance of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday, but a 40-50% coverage. A blend of sun and clouds Wednesday and Thursday, highs in the low 90s. Your life, your music, we're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Melbourne will re-enter lockdown for 6 weeks from Thursday as coronavirus cases continue to spike in the state of Victoria. Russia's described UK sanctions on 25 Russians as outrageous. TikTok says it'll quit Hong Kong within days because of China's new security law, and at least 50 people are dead as rescuers race against the clock to find survivors in the southwestern Japanese island of Kyushu.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas.
All right, good morning, Mr. Chavis. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Did I say it right?
Chavis, yeah. You can call me Preacher Boy. It's all good.
Preacher Boy. Okay, so thank you for joining us today, and thank you for reaching out. We want to get right into your story because we don't want to waste any time.
Cool.
Those that don't know, you're from the Blytheville, Gosnell area, and you are a barber and a minister in that area.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about how did you even get into ministry and music? Tell us a little bit of your backstory.
Well, honestly, church has been a part of me all of my life. I came up in a church. I'm a musician in the church, started early at 5 years old, playing the drums. Then I moved on to the bass guitar. I grew up in church. Whenever they had church, I was there. Of course, when I got older, I began to, make my own decisions, and all of my decisions wasn't right, and nobody's ever are. But, mine led me to being incarcerated, and I was incarcerated for 8 years. And when I got out, it was when I was incarcerated when I called myself getting for real with God. And when I got out, and I had a one-on-one, a moment with God, and that's when I began to minister. And because, the road that I had went down, I know that there was a lot of people that I can help. And you know what I'm saying? Because of I've been there. And I've been through that. So, and ministry has become one of my passions now. I love to help people get to a better place in life.
All right. And then how did you become a barber? Like, how did that tie into all of that?
Well, actually, man, I've been cutting hair for a long time, but I never took it serious. I never took it serious enough to say this is what I want to make a living doing. So when I was released from incarceration, I said I was gonna go and get this huge barber shop and this and that and this and that, and I never did. Things happen, life happened, and 10 years later, a little over 10 years later, I finally said, you know what, I'm gonna go to barber school.
Okay.
And I went to cosmetology school down here, Phase 1 Cosmetology School, Main Street, owned by Tanya Osagi. I went there, man, and just began to, my passion for cutting hair and serving people begin to grow even stronger. So now I've graduated school, and you know, you can come and see me at the hot seat, you know, Naturally Best Salon. Come hop in the hot seat. I got this thing called a hot seat, and that's what people know me for. They don't call my name. They don't say that, hey, who cut your hair? They say I jumped in a hot seat, so they know it's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you find yourself being able to minister to, especially young people, young men, when they come
Ooh,
in to see you?
all the time. And that's one of the things that makes me feel good, because I'm a people's person and I love to serve. And you know, barbering, you already gonna feel good once you get a fresh haircut. You just feel better about yourself anyway. But you know, a lot of times people come in and they open up to their barber. That's why when you're a barber, you have to be very confidential. You can't be a messy person, because you know, people actually sit down in your chair. I don't have grown dudes sit in my chair and cry, you know, and we talk about certain things and they feel better. You know, I don't have women to talk about certain things. They feel better. And that's what it's about, making the person feel better about themselves in the situation.
That's awesome. All right. So then now let's transition into, how does music fit into all of this? And when did you start writing?
Oh, wait. Music is who I am.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been a musician since I was a little bitty boy. I've always was drawn to music, and I started rapping. Of course, I do gospel positive rap now, but I hadn't always been on that side, so it ain't always been that type of rap. You know, I used to rap about a whole lot of other stuff. So now with me being a pastor, being uh, a great man in the community, and I love music. Another way for me to get the message out is through music, you know, because a lot of my rap, it got word in it, it got scripture in it, you know, it got my testimony in it, and everybody listen to music, and you know, Amazing Grace and all of those things, ain't nothing wrong with those songs, but those songs are not going to grab our young people attention. So I try to, you know, get them where, you know, they get the bump and they feeling it. And, you know, first they may even notice the beat. They may notice the beat good, and then they start listening to the word and they were like, oh snap. I remember Priest Boy said this, and that's gonna help me get through this. And you know, and so I love it. I love it.
I know, before this interview, we had a conversation about traditional songs and music and ministry and how all
Right,
that
right.
ties together. And now, while the kids are bopping, as they say, I'm a little older, so
Yeah, they
I'm
turn.
still learning that terminology. So while the kids are bopping, but do you try to turn it? It's okay, it's okay to have fun in the word, okay to have fun in the Lord,
Of
but
course.
let's get the meat of it.
Of
Also.
course, of course, and that's one of my biggest. Anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm a person that loves to have fun. I love to smile, and you know, why can't we serve God and have fun? You know what I'm saying? To laugh, you know, kick it together. You know, I mean, we should be able to do those things. So yeah, it make the kids dance and it make them, you know what I'm saying, do this and do that, but they having fun while they doing it. But the whole time they're doing it, they're listening to a testimony, they're listening to the word, they're listening to some encouragement, something that's gonna better them, you know.
Okay. So let's talk about some of your influences. Now, we'll get into talking about the songs, and one that's really near and dear to you is about your mother, but you also give
Absolutely.
shout outs to other family members. So
Absolutely.
aside from your mom, like, who were some of your other influences, people that really pushed and motivated you to, follow your passion?
Well, I gotta say, uh, my whole family. I have a big family, and my whole family is kind of like tight knitted. Uh, and my family is musically inclined, and man, they support me 100%. The community support me. I've been to the schools to perform. You know, so they support me. I've been to a few churches. Not, you know, all the churches don't adapt to the rap. You know, they don't get with the rap, but that's cool. It's not it's not for everybody, but you know, I got major support from home, my wife, my children. And then I got friends, you know, that's like my brothers. You know, I got friends that they like my brothers, James, BB, Benson, Ty. I Ricky. I can go on and on, but I got friends. They just like my brothers. We push each other because we all want to see each other excel to the next level in life. So I got a lot of support. You know, so I don't focus on those that don't support. I don't focus on the hate. I ain't got time for that because I got too many people that's pushing me. I don't want to let them down.
That's right. You know, what as you're, making music, performing, and things of that nature, do you also have the opportunity to mentor to individuals who are considering music or who just want to use their voice and their platform for something positive?
Absolutely. I've had people that, you know, want me to teach them to play music. I've had people. I've even had somebody ask me to teach them to be a motivational speaker. I can't do that. I can't teach you how to be a you know. Uh, but yeah, my influence. I can say that a lot of the youngsters, um, they draw to me because you know I try to present them. I'm real. I'm real. I am Pastor Spann, but I'm a real human being. So, and sometimes, you know, we got to understand that we can't make ourselves look too high because those that really need us, they'll be afraid to approach us. So I am very approachable, and you know, and I got a good ear. I'm gonna listen to what you're telling me, and then it's gonna be confidential. So I do find myself being mentorish to a lot of youngsters.
Okay. So we want to touch on just another story, and we might
Okay.
have to read back for this one.
Okay.
How you have given of yourself to one of your dear friends. So we want people to know the
Yeah.
kind of person you are. Just because you have a past, that doesn't fully define who you are. It
Right.
only helped to shape who you are as a man now. But you
Right.
have been very generous with the gift to a friend.
I have, and it's a gift. Actually, what's today? It's today the 8th.
Um, 7th.
Today is the 7th. So in 2 days, actually, it'll have been a year since I have given myself. I gave my best friend James Rogers a kidney, um, and so and that speaks volumes. Now that you look at it, it speaks volumes because I have been like at one time in my life, I was the person that the police was looking for. So you know what I'm saying? I sold the drugs, I popped the pistols, I did all of that stuff, and I went and did time in the penitentiary. And now that I got out, and you know, people look at me now and they were like, "Man, you don't even look like you did all that. You was that type of person." And the reason is because I finally found out who I was, and when you find out who you are, it don't stop you from doing good deeds and being good to people. And you know, here I am, an ex-convict, and still able to save my best friend life.
That's
So you
amazing.
know, yeah. So and he's doing well. He's doing extremely well. Like I say, in a couple of days, it'll be a whole year. I'm in good health. He's in good health. I was scared, but I wanted him to live. And my word to those that's listening, man, you ain't got to give a kidney. Man, you talked about this for a little bit.
Mhm.
You don't have to give a kidney to help somebody live. You can give them a encouraging word. You know what I'm saying? You can buy them a meal. You know, just speak life. Just be positive.
Okay, that's right. I want to recognize some people that are in the comments here. Mr.
Okay.
Frank Plasinski, Minister Tara Newman Carter, Melissa
Okay.
Wallace Ann,
What's up, y'all?
Gwen Henderson. Good morning. She's all the way in Arizona. Thank you, sis. Mrs. Shanquetta Cunningham, Daphne Jones. Ethel Rogers says, "Congratulations, cuz I am
That's
watching."
what's up, y'all. What's up, cuz?
Thank you to everyone out there that's listening, watching. Please share this message. And so now
Absolutely.
let's get it. Go ahead. Oh,
That's
all
what's
right.
up. Florida in the house.
Well, let's get into this music. I've listened to two of your songs. All righty. All right, so you have two songs that I've listened to. One is called
Okay.
Happy, and one is called
Yeah.
Gone Too Soon. So let's talk
Yeah.
about those two songs.
Well, Happy. It was actually a single on my last project. It's still new to a lot of the world, and it's one of those fun songs that we talked about. They can grab the kids' attention, they can dance to. You know what I'm saying? They rap along with me, and that's what it's designed to do. It's not designed to make you feel happy. So you can't listen to that song and stay depressed.
I must say, yeah, when I was listening, I'm like, I heard the the traditional, if you're happy,
Yeah, you know
then
what,
it came
Claudine?
with the beat and the other.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
even my
Yeah.
grown stuff can get down to it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
And then
about.
the other song, Gone Too Soon, that
Ah,
one was very touched. Even the video spoke the message that you were trying to get across, and it was just really
absolutely.
beautiful.
Absolutely. Now that song, man, that song is near and dear to my heart. As you've seen it, and if anybody else hadn't seen it, go check it out. Gone Too Soon. The video is on YouTube. You can get the song on Apple, Google Play, whatever you listen to your music on. But that song is very near and dear to me. Here back a few months back, my family, we took some major loss. Actually, these last few years, we took some major loss. Um, but here a few months back, we lost my cousin, April, R-A-L, April. We lost April, and we was in Memphis. And my family, like I told you, my family is tight knit. So all of us were down there together. So we lost her. So everybody was giving their hugs bye-bye and this and that. Sad. We went home, drove from Memphis to Blytheville. And when I got home, I was awakened probably about a few hours later to only the police officer telling me I need to go check on my mom. And I had, when I got there, I had lost my mom to a heart attack. So we had lost my cousin, and then we lost my mom like hours apart. And at that time, we already didn't understand why we lose April so soon. And then my mom to go behind it, man. And that if you would knew my mom, you would know how bad not only did it hurt her children, but her brothers, her sisters, and the entire community. My mom's very, very, very sweet lady. I don't know if she ever been into it with nobody in her life. I don't know. So, but we miss her dearly, and that song it sends a shout out to my auntie Lorraine. We lost her in 2018. My grandmama, we lost her the following year, 2019. Then 2020. This has been a heck of a year.
Wow.
We lost my mom and my cousin. So I mentioned all of them, but it's really geared towards me losing my mom because that pain hit me in a different type of way.
Well, I just hope that her spirit continues on to guide you and comfort you, and
Yeah,
no matter what
yeah.
else you try to do in this life,
Mhm.
whatever you seek to do in this life.
Right,
I
right,
want
right.
to give a comment from Miss Sean Only. She says, I wish you well in this journey. Kudos to you for saving a life that takes faith and courage to give up an organ.
God bless you.
Patricia Harnell says, congratulations, cousin. So proud of you. And shout out
Thank
to Travis
you,
Gillen.
Streets. Thank you.
So, well, so we encourage everyone to please go check out your music, and we're going to
Man,
play it
please.
right here in KLEK.
Okay, okay. Y'all come and tell me what y'all think.
Please, please send it with love.
Cool.
All right. So, in these last 5 minutes, what are some words you want to leave with everyone that's listening and watching?
Man, this since everybody is giving us their ear this morning, I would just like to encourage everybody, man, and tell them, 2020 for a lot of people, it has been a rough year dealing with loss, close loss to families. Not only that, everybody know COVID-19, dealing with that. So we've had to make major, major adjustments. But I want to encourage you, and I want you to understand that all of these adjustments that we've had to make, they're not bad. The word that tells us, that all things work together for the good of those who love God. And, if you love God, you got to love God's law. And if you abide by God's law, things are going to work out for your good, no matter how bad things are around. So in this season, it'll seem real easy to give up. It'll seem real easy to throw the towel in. Trust me, I've been there. Yeah, Pastor Spann wanted to throw the towel in. I wanted to say forget it all. And that's just me, because a lot of times, we talk about faith, but when you're looking at facts, the facts don't look good. The facts don't feel good. So, but you got to keep pressing. And what I have to remember is that, I lost my mom, and that hit me. That hit me hard. COVID-19 hit us in a different kind of way. But then on top of that, I got to look at the fact that I got children that's looking at me. Not just the other children that I'm being role models to, but I have my own children. And, I want them to someday, I want them to know what it means to make it through a troubled time, or, you know what I'm saying? Because a diamonds just don't come out diamonds.
That's right.
They got it. They tried and they tested and they go through the fire, but when they come out, man, they so beautiful. That's why me, you, and all of those that's watching, that's why we don't look like what we've been through. Although 2020 has been a rough year, we can turn this around and we can make it be the best year. I lost my mom. 2 minutes. Okay, I can get done in about 20 seconds. Yes, sir. Listen, man, I've lost my mom, I lost my cousin, and I've been hit hard that way. But as far as COVID-19, it hadn't really just, it's been a major change. But, I was on a radio station last week, and the guy said, man, it got us thinking differently. Truth of the matter is, some of us need to start thinking differently.
Yes, sir.
So just my words, and I'm done. Keep your head up. Don't let the first part of 2020 determine what the last part of 2020 look like.
Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, this song Gone Too Soon, man. Like I said, it's near and dear. Man, the first verse, man, what you're gonna hear the story. I'm gonna paint a picture of what happened from a few years back to a couple of hours before we lost my cousin and we lost my mom. And then on the second verse, what you're gonna hear how I feel now at this very moment, since my mom is no longer with me. This song is the track is produced by Johnny Thomas, my little cousin. Engineered by Chris Eccles, and it's featured with Bilbo Rogers. Man, this song is a great song. Check it out, listen to it, man. I hope you enjoy it. Gone Too Soon, Preach What Spann, featuring Bilbo Rogers.
Right. All right. So thank you so very much, sir.
No problem at all.